Hi, it's Katrina! From underground goblins that will curse you to evil spirits that will suck your blood, here are 8 mythological creatures from the Philippines. This video was requested by Kenji Moans. Thanks, Kenji! Number 8. The bungisngis. This pronunciation is not going to be easy for me, guys, so bear with me. Also known as the Philippine Cyclops, which is easier to say, the bungisngis or the bungisngis is a one-eyed giant humanoid who lives in the forest and laughs constantly. He has large teeth that are always visible and 2 long tusks protruding from the sides of his mouth. The monster's large upper lip covers his entire face when thrown back in laughter. His name comes from the Cebuano word which means to giggle or to show the teeth. The bungisngis compensates for his poor eyesight with excellent hearing and impressive strength. He had a huge appetite, and in one story called The 3 Friends, the monkey, the dog, and the carabao, he encountered a carabao who was frying meat in the woods for his friends, waiting for them to return from a hunt. The Cyclops went up to the carabao and said, "Well, friend, I see that you have prepared food for me." For an answer, the carabao made a furious attack on him. The Cyclops was angered by the carabao's lack of hospitality and, seizing him by the horn, threw him knee-deep into the earth. Then, the monster ate up all the food and disappeared. When the carabao's friends returned, they saw the chaos and their friend stuck in the ground and rescued him. The next day, the dog was left alone and was also attacked. Luckily, the following day, the monkey was cook and was able to outsmart the monster. He made a pit in front of the stove, and when the beast came back, he offered him food. As he sat down, the monkey pushed the beast into a pit. The Cyclops is quick to panic and easy to outsmart. He was later killed by the monkey, who tricked him into thinking a boa constrictor was a fashionable belt. Number 7. Nuno sa punso. Nuno sa punso means goblin of the ground and is the name of a type of dwarf that looks like a miniature bearded old man. They mostly live inside anthills and termite mounds, but also dwell under rocks, on riverbanks, and in trees and backyards. These nature spirits are not necessarily evil, but they aren't exactly nice. When a person steps on a mound, its resident Nuno can bless them with good luck or curse them with misfortune, and usually opts for the latter. Nunos have bad tempers and often harm people who disturb their mound. While accidents are sometimes forgiven right away, a Nuno will spit on someone's foot or another body part if they kick or otherwise deliberately damage its home, causing the affected area to swell and become sore. Cursed trespassers sometimes vomit blood, excrete black urine, grow excess back hair, and experience stomach pains and swollen genitals. The good news is that Nunos can only curse offenders from nearby. If you don't go near one, you won't fall victim to one. Some superstitious or perhaps extra cautious people always request a Nuno's permission to proceed past a mound by uttering the phrase "tabi tabi po." People sometimes blame Nunos for illnesses that modern medicine cannot treat effectively. In such cases, a traditional practitioner called an albulario may perform a ritual to determine what caused the condition and whether a curse is involved. The victim's family may provide offerings of food, drink, or other items to the Nuno. If that doesn't work, they may personally request the Nuno's forgiveness. Failing to remedy the curse could result in the victim being permanently possessed by an evil spirit and going insane. People can remove a Nuno's spell by crushing its head between their fingers or thighs, but this is a bad idea. It may anger the Nuno's friends and family, and as you know, they're an unforgiving bunch. Nunos are attracted to large female mammals, and stationing a plump woman by the roadside will lure them out of hiding, enabling the afflicted to seek vengeance. Parents caution their children against going outside between noon and 3 p.m. and warn them to return home by 6 in the evening to avoid encountering a Nuno. People also tell their kids to be quiet in areas where Nunos may live, so as not to provoke them. Number 6. The Bal-bal. The Bal-bal is considered one of the most gruesome creatures of Philippine mythology. A Bal-bal is an undead monster that steals bodies from funerals and graves and eats them. It appears in human form until the moon is full. Then it shapeshifts into a disfigured corpse thief. It uses its remarkable sense of smell to find corpses to consume. The creature's sharp teeth and claws easily rip through clothing, muscle, and bone and into its meal. Because the Bal-bal only eats decaying flesh, its breath stinks, as you can imagine. After feasting, the creature places the trunk of a banana tree into the empty coffin to create the illusion that the stolen body is still there. According to legend, the Bal-bal victimizes and devours people for merely uttering its name. Whoops, hope I'm not in trouble. And now for number 5, but first want to give a quick shout out to some of our amazing subscribers, and especially to Dublin Melomita for sharing his story. Thanks to everyone for your support. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe and join the Origins Explained family. We'd love to have you. Number 5, the Kibaan. The Kibaan are fair-skinned, human-like men with glimmering gold teeth, wavy floor-length hair, backwards feet, and high-pitched voices. Attractive. At 3 feet tall and weighing around 50 pounds, they're the size of an average toddler. They live in bushes and trees that attract fireflies at night. These dwarf-like creatures are kept in mortals' yards. They enjoy pranking people by pulling strands of hair and stealing rice and fish, but they also provide their human friends with magical gifts, like pots that never run out of food. The Kibaan keep the area underneath their tree homes tidy and well swept. After sunset, a spicy aroma emanates from their kitchen. In one version of the story, the odor resembles fresh-cut, dewy grass. They spend their leisure time in small groups, playing miniature guitars made from nearby trees and singing. Generally speaking, the Kibaan are mischievous, but good-natured. They don't take rejection well, though. The Kibaan enjoys serenading local women, but if a lady turns one down, he blows a strange powder at her which causes skin diseases. To become cured, she must find the Kibaan's home and ask him for forgiveness. Number 4, the Tiyanak. The Tiyanak is a vampiric creature that disguises itself as a toddler or a baby. It represents the souls of unbaptized children who entered limbo after they passed away and returned as evil spirits. The Tiyanak usually takes the form of a newborn crying in the jungle to attract unsuspecting passerby. It's a clever strategy. After all, who wouldn't follow the cries of an abandoned baby? Once someone picks the creature up, it reverts back to its original form and attacks the person. The Tiyanak's appearance varies among different legends. In one story, it appears as a baby that grows fangs and claws. Another myth depicts the Tiyanak's true form as a gnome-like little old man with wrinkles, a long beard, and one leg that is shorter than the other, making it difficult for him to get around. One version of the tale portrays the Tiyanak as a flying baby, while another describes it as a baby that transforms into a blackbird and then attacks you and I guess then flies away. Besides scaring the daylights out of Good Samaritans, the Tiyanak also relishes in kidnapping children and leading travelers astray. Number 3, Mangkukulam. Mangkukulam are witches that look like ordinary people and possess supernatural powers, namely the ability to cast evil spells using dark magic. A stereotypical Mangkukulam is an elderly woman with long, unkempt grayish hair who wears a black dress and thick, dark makeup. Some practice witchcraft and protect their families and property, and they tend to live isolated lifestyles and avoid society. However, most perform rituals for malicious and vengeful reasons, using accessories such as voodoo dolls, needles, body parts, and victims' belongings to carry out their ill intentions. These sorceresses cause plagues and other harm to humans, including incurable illnesses, misfortune, insomnia, an inability to focus, appetite loss, and other mental and emotional consequences. They're also thought to be responsible for sudden accidents and other unexplainable circumstances and events. Curse victims often rely on an herbal doctor called the albulario to diagnose them and help cure them of the spell. It's the same type of practitioner people visit when they believe they were victimized by other spirits, including the Nuno sa punso that I told you about earlier. Another way to cure a curse is to bribe the Mangkukulam who cast it. Hey, everyone has a price. Number 2, Aswang. Aswang is a broad term encompassing a diverse array of evil spirits or ghosts. There are 5 main categories of mythical beings that fall under the Aswang label that are almost all shapeshifters. When the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they noted that it was the most feared of all the creatures of the Philippines. Some Aswang are vampire-like creatures who feast on blood. They often disguise themselves as beautiful women and find a husband. Then they slowly drink his blood until he perishes from anemia. After that, it's on to the next. Another type are creatures who crave and consume their victims' internal organs, especially liver. There are also werewolf-like Aswang who are human during the day and become ferocious beasts at night, turning into dogs, boar, and large cats. The term Aswang also applies to witches. These diabolical beings, who are usually female, use black magic to harm people and punish those they feel betrayed by. Philippine witches are usually reclusive, living on the outskirts of towns and villages in abandoned houses and avoiding eye contact when they go into public. Ghouls who steal and consume corpses are another type of Aswang. They're often invisible but usually smell bad or have foul breath because of their diet. At nighttime, they rob local graveyards and funeral homes for their meals. The Aswang is almost always female and always very scary, becoming strong at night as it searches for its prey. In the show Grimm, the Aswang appeared in season 3. Did any of you see it? Do you guys like that show? Let me know in the comments. Number 1. Manananggal. The Manananggal is a hideous vampire-like creature with wide eyes and unkempt hair. Its favorite meal are unborn babies' hearts and their mother's blood at night, using its elongated tongue. Its upper body detaches from its legs and grows bat-like wings, enabling it to fly from one house and one victim to the next. The lower body remains standing and motionless, so she basically splits herself in half with her intestines dripping behind her and flies. Lovely. You can kill it by sprinkling salt, ash, or crushed garlic on its bottom half. This renders the upper body incapable of rejoining its lower portion. When sunlight hits the severed legs at dawn, the Manananggal dies, hopefully. It sometimes, like the Aswang, disguises itself as a beautiful woman and will lure unsuspecting men to privacy. Then it will eat the victim alive, devouring his stomach, heart, and liver. People can prevent the Manananggal from invading their home by leaving uncooked rice, ash, and/or salt around the house, and on the roof, the creature's favorite point of entry. Vinegar, stingray tails, and daggers are also toxic to the Manananggal. Try to say that 3 times fast. Some people believe a black chick or chicken inhabits the monster's body and keeps it alive while consuming its innards. Another legend holds that humans can turn themselves into a Manananggal by anointing themselves with oil, reciting an incantation, and acquiring an egg containing a black chick. It's not really clear where the part with the chick came from. However, many stories in Europe say that supernatural creatures can empty their source of their strength into an egg, or hide their soul in an egg, therefore making it easy to hide. It is possible that Philippine mythology had similar beliefs. Thanks for watching! Did you know of any of these creatures? Which one did you think was the scariest? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell if you haven't already. Also, let me know if you would like to see a part 2. Maybe a part that's not as scary? See you later! Bye!